My name is Irene Alice. I'm from Kitui County, and I'm currently studying at Grand Valley State University doing my master's degree in data science and analytics. I relocated to US in August last year, 2022, to start my graduate studies, and so far it has been good. Back in Kenya, I did my undergraduate from Moi University in project planning and management. And despite being a first class honor student, I couldn't even secure a good job back in Kenya. I ended up like working in a construction company, doing something that I didn't like, but I did what I did to survive. I heard about Kenya Elite program from a friend who introduced me to the program, and bearing in mind that the kind of job that I was doing, I wasn't making enough. I had to save like for a year to join the program. I did my GMAT. I got a good score of 550, and then I started application to schools. I was more interested in doing my master's in IT, which was my area of specialization back in college. So the program actually introduced me to a couple courses in IT, and I ended up like being interested in data science and analytics. So the application process was easy. After passing my GMAT, I did my statement of purpose, and then I got admission to Grand Valley State University. Like the program catered for the application process and everything until the moment that I got my admission. Then we applied for my student loan, and then I was able to go for a visa interview with a couple days of coaching with Mr. Bob Mwiti, who helped me a lot, who made sure that my visa got approved for the first time. It was actually my first time going to the embassy, and it went well, and I managed to get here. So I started my semester in August last year. We started at around the end of August, and then the classes have been good. The course has been easy. The school has been very supportive, like getting accommodation, getting started with classes, even the pocket money to buy most of the stuff. Like when you get here, you have to get yourself a new phone, you have to get yourself a laptop and everything. The program like made sure that we had all we needed to get started with classes. So it has been easy. I've been exposed to a couple things at Grand Valley, being that I had a full graduate assistantship, which I had applied back in Kenya with the guidance from Wilfred and most of the students that were in Grand Valley. They guided me in applying for graduate assistantship. I applied and got a full graduate assistantship, which caters for my tuition as well as my living expenses. I get paid like a stipend at the end of the month that I can use to pay my rent and maybe cater for other bills. It is usually enough. So at my job at school, I work with the student services at the student services building, which is like the admission office. I am like a developer. I'm developing an on-base workflow system that is made to automate the records at the university, especially the registrar's office. So building a software from scratch, it wasn't an easy journey. I felt like giving up in my first semester, but with the resources that I had from my classes and everything, it became easy, and I'm making a good progress. So far, I'm like 3/4 away to making the software accessible to the school, something that I've worked independently without guidance from anyone, because the person that used to do the job wasn't there. And so I had like choose the skills that I had to build the software to automate the process. Yeah. My typical day as a graduate assistant is like it is my supervisor allows me to be very flexible. So I work on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So when like basically on my job is like working with the database and also using the Highland software to make sure that I bring in all the university records and make sure that they are automated. Basically, I'm developing a workflow that will help students make applications for refunds. So on my typical day, I work like 20 hours a week. So the school allows me like to be very flexible. I work on the days that I don't have classes, and most of my classes they start at night, but I end up like I work during the day because my classes are around 6. So a typical day is just basically being on the computer, attending a couple meetings with my supervisor and the faculty to brief them on my progress. Yeah, it is a full graduate assistantship which pays for my tuition for a year. So during my second semester, during my second year, like from fall this year, I had talked to my supervisor and asked whether they'll be extending the graduate assistantship to extend to my second year, and she told me that if they happen to get funding, I will continue. But they offered me to work during summer, so I'll be working in the same role, like continuing with my system. But chances are high that my graduate assistantship will be renewed for the next semester. I have not paid anything since I got
Since you
here.
came?
Yeah, and for my student loan, like when it arrived, because I was being paid enough money to cater for my living expenses, I refunded the money back to Empower.
Oh, really?
So the loan that I'll be paying to Empower for now is just $2,000. That's all I have, and I have already started paying.
That's so amazing. That's
Yeah.
so amazing.
I think the stipend is around, for me, it's around $825 a month. So if you equate that to Kenyan shillings, it's more than 100,000. Yeah,
It's
per
more than
month.
100,000.
Yeah, per month. Yeah.
Wow. That's quite an amount for you.
Yeah. While back in Kenya, like after I joined the program offers training programs on Udemy where you can take programming classes. There are a couple classes where you can learn how to program, how to work with how to work with on websites, and how like basically how to use like Excel and a couple other stuff that someone can use to build a software. So I took those classes back in Kenya before relocating. So when I got here and started working on the system automation that I am doing currently, I had like the basics on how to work to do like coding, to do basic coding and everything. So it has been very easy for me because I also reached out to Bob Mwiti when I got here when I had challenges with my GA, and he referred me to a website where I could get training manuals for the software that I was for the program that I was automating, and it has been very helpful. Basically, I'd say in my undergraduate, I never did anything to do with IT. I only started doing stuff with IT when I joined the program, and I found it to be a very fascinating field, which has a lot of opportunities, and it has helped me, like in my graduate assistantship, do a lot of stuff. Yeah.
You're watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Upstake America. Upstake America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.upstakeamerica.com. Upstake America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential.
I would say data science and analytics it is a good field, but you need the basics in programming. Like in Python, you have to be good at one of the languages, especially Python. So to overcome that challenge, I wasn't so good because even after taking the courses on the website on Udemy, I wasn't so good. So I enrolled for a Python programming class when I got to GPSU on my first semester as a prerequisite, which I learned like how to code. I learned like a lot of stuff about coding, and it was very helpful. But basically about data science, if you want to come to this field, you have to be very ready to learn. But the master's program itself, it has like programs like working with a language like R, programming R. The program has courses that teach you from scratch on how to use R. For a language like SAS, programming in SAS, they will teach you like everything. So actually, I would say it is not so hard as much as you're willing to learn and you're a fast learner and you invest your time, because we only attend classes like once per week for every course, and it's just 3 hours. So the rest of the work is up to you to go online, access materials, do a lot of research. But our professors have been very, very helpful. They have like office hours, so you can always reach out in case there's something that you don't understand with your homework, your assignments, and everything. It makes it very, very, very easy. So I would say it is a good field. You will get exposed to a lot of programming material, a lot of statistics, a lot of everything to do with IT. Yeah. In my first semester, I did a programming course in Python. It adults like where you learn how to program with Python. Then I also took a course in statistics and graphics, statistical programming and graphics, which entails like programming in R. But it is easy because the professors teach you how to use the R software using the R Studio. I also took a course in internship, seminar internship, whereby the course like taught us on how to look for internship, which areas to look for, which industry as a data scientist should focus on, The course also taught us how to write our resume and cover letter in the American style. That is why I learned like your CV is supposed to be only one page. So it's been very helpful. Then on this semester, I'm taking a course in machine learning. I'm also taking a course in statistics whereby I'm programming with SAS, and also another course in knowledge discovery and data mining. We're still using R software. Yeah.
You have been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Upstake America. Come back again next time to learn concepts, tools, strategies, and resources on the path of becoming a successful immigrant in USA through real-life experiences. Be sure to subscribe to Bob Mwiti channel on YouTube and also follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.